Now, back to PTR Radio.
Spectacular group of men. You go find them, you throw your arms around them, you give them a big kiss on the mouth.
This is PTR Radio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. Hopefully everybody's gearing up for Turkey Day. If you haven't started your turkey thawing out, you should probably get it out of the freezer tonight. Oh, Colin just went away again. What did he do?
Just a second.
Okay. He hit. Never mind. He hit the privacy filter.
I muted my camera. It didn't go away.
He didn't. He doesn't want us to see him changing into his bedazzled onesie. So, you know, he's doing a costume change like Weird Al.
Awesome.
You know. Speaking of Weird Al, towards the end of the show, during the last half hour, you'll hear us review Weird, the Al Yankovic story, during our double feature movie review, along with the, I would say, probably the quintessential Nick Cage movie, Jiu-Jitsu. It's as Nick Cage as you can Nick Cage. So, look forward to that in the... like I said, in about an hour and a half. But before that, we have lots to get to. And if you want to get in touch with the show, don't forget you can check us out on all the social medias at PTR Radio on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and the Instagram. So you can follow along at home. Also, don't forget PTRradio.com is the website where you can subscribe to the podcast and check out all of our beautiful faces. All right. For once, I didn't forget to do all those introductions. Okie dokie. So, first things first, into the show tonight, following up on a story we talked about during the last show, Velma Dinkley is in the news again. Why? What do you mean, why? Why is she in the news again, or why are we talking about this again?
No,
We're
why
talking...
is she in the news again? Oh, I shared that link. Never mind.
Yeah, you shared it, Mike. What do you mean, why? Why we're talking about this is because you put it on the white sheet.
I forgot. I'm on vacation, so I've been drinking a lot.
I'm not on vacation till Wednesday.
In preparation for holiday with the family, I had to start diluting my personality now.
You have to get your alcohol blood level correct, right?
Yes, basically.
So, Linda Cardellini, is that how you say it? I don't know. But the woman who played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies says that she approves of Velma being confirmed as gay in Scooby-Doo canon. No, I still disagree. I still strongly disagree. As I told another boss at work today, I'm entitled to my opinion, and I disagree with what you say. So
for those who didn't see last time, I strongly disagree that there's such a thing as Scooby-Doo canon.
There is Scooby-Doo canon, all right? You can't... I don't allow you to disagree with that. There definitely is Scooby-Doo canon. No, you've been denied the right to disagree with Scooby-Doo canon.
I'm just going to sit here and let you two go at it, because I'm not getting in the middle of this one. Hell no.
I mean, if there can be Star Wars canon with as many sequels, prequels, and side quests as that is...
because most of that has already been thrown out, so it's no longer canon.
Yeah. But anyway, so
decades of books, no longer canon.
You know. But no, I still disagree, about that. So, moving right along.
Hello, Teresa. I hope you're feeling better.
Yep. Moving right along, talking in the same vein as movies, Mike, you noticed that there was a sequel that we were not aware of. Actually, it's not even a sequel. It's it's a reuse of the same brand, I guess, as Colin pointed out.
I am going to vehemently disagree with this and reject your idea of this alternate universe. It's the third book in the series, and I don't even read. I looked that up. So
you don't even know how to read.
Same character. No, Mike can
Okay,
read.
Ryan, which one was this again?
Not two.
This is Fletch.
Confessed Fletch.
Fletch.
Right.
So, according to the people making the movie, they are doing a Fletch movie, which is based off of the books. It has nothing to do with the Chevy Chase Fletch character, which has very little to do with the original character in the books, according to them.
Yeah, but if you listen to the people who read the read the books and then watch movies, very little movies have anything to do with the books that they're based on.
Right.
I am going to curse in their general direction because you can't make a third Fletch movie based on the third book in the series and tell me that they're not related to the first and second. And I'm not aiming this at you. I'm aiming this at the jackasses that made this movie. Because there's no logical sense.
I mean,
but James Bond actually makes money. This was direct to video.
I don't even know that it made it to video. I think it was direct to stream. We don't even have videos anymore. It's not like Blockbuster can make money off of this.
So, I mean, who the hell? James Bond is a multi-billion-dollar international franchise. This is Fletch.
I could go to a millennial and say, who is James Bond? And they would know. If I went to a millennial and said, who is Fletch? They'd go, I don't, who, what? I don't
Fletch,
know. Is that
he's
cool
the guy
term?
down the corner I get my weed from. That's who Fletch is.
You know.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have a clue.
Someone liked the books to decide they wanted to make a Fletch movie. They noticed that Chevy Chase already did it. They looked at it and they said, well, that's not really Fletch. Let's make a new Fletch movie.
Nah.
You know what would be really cool? If Fletch hooked up with Velma.
That would kind of be
that
cool.
would be cool.
If there was a Fletch Scooby-Doo crossover and somehow
That
the
would be
Harlem
cool.
Globetrotters were involved.
Yes. Get out of my head. Yes.
If the Harlem Globetrotters were really jewel thieves and, you know.
And they all got transported to Gilligan's Island.
Yes. Yes. Via speed buggy.
That would be. Yes. That would be. Wasn't there a boat version of Speed Buggy, or am I?
Well, there was a whale
killing brain
version.
cells here?
There was a shark version of Scooby-Doo called Jabberjaw.
I remember Jabberjaw.
Yeah, but I don't remember if there was a boat version of Speed Buggy.
Okay, this is the new fresh circle of hell. Frozen 3, really? I'm in a man. Listen, I'm driving along on Sirius XM, just a mainstream channel. They start playing "Let It Go," and I damn near crashed my truck. There's no reason for it.
For Let It
None.
Go? No.
No, don't be no.
There is, but I don't know if you want to hear it.
Money.
Well, but there are story reasons to have a Frozen 3.
Oh, because they needed someplace else to tie into Fletch. What was the reason?
Elements. Because, they were bringing in different elements, and there were still elements remaining.
So they're crossing over?
You have to have enough
movies
to get all the elements, and then you can form Captain Planet.
I was supposed to say, when is Bruce Willis going to be involved?
When is the last Airbender going to be involved?
Bruce
wait, no, Captain Planet. As long as Captain Planet is the Don Cheadle version.
Yes.
Now
that was
I'm
great.
interested.
Yeah.
Okay. Now maybe you got me interested. That's a movie that I would actually pay to see. So I was actually going to ask the question: is the reason by any chance Bob Iger?
But that is the amazing news that happened last night.
I should have asked
Yes,
when are they going to bring in Mila Jovovich? But,
That,
the fifth element.
Lilu Dallas build snowman. Yeah, no. So, yeah, Colin, I saw that this morning, and I said, this is a joke, right? Is this like a Boris Johnson move where, okay, we couldn't find anybody better, so let's bring the other guy back? How did this happen?
No, it's more like the David Tennant thing. It's like, okay, we screwed up. We need to reset things. Let's bring back the guy for a couple years who we know can actually do the job correctly, and then find the next one. So, the question is, do they know who the actual next CEO is going to be, or do they got to figure it out? That's the unknown there. But yeah, the lesson learned here is when you're trying to find someone to run the Walt Disney World Corporation, don't pick somebody whose background is consumer products. Because, the problem with Disney in general, everyone's always complaining about the merchandising, but don't go all the way and make the merchandising person in charge of the entire corporation.
So here's my suggestion. I think Disney needs to take the NASCAR approach. See, NASCAR, when somebody retires from the head of the team, they get somebody who was like a driver or who came up through the ranks, like Hendrick Motorsports, huge NASCAR team, right? Jeff Gordon drove for them for years. Well, Jeff Gordon is now the vice president of Hendrick Motorsports, and Rick Hendrick, the owner, has said, when I retire, Jeff is taking over. So I think what they need to do is they need to start grooming Chris Pratt. Or maybe they're already grooming Kevin Feige. Am I saying that right, Feige?
That's not bad.
What about
if they go on the Marvel side?
Lukaku, whatever his name is.
They would need to get him moved out. That's the problem. He's still making good Marvel movies. And for someone who they want to make the new CEO, they need to move them over to parks.
Okay.
Disney has this policy of whoever is eventually going to be CEO, they have to move them around to different parts of Disney so that they have experience on all the different pieces of Disney.
Which makes sense.
So that's what they did with Paycheck. He was originally in consumer products. Yes. Just we call him Paycheck instead of Chapek. He was originally in consumer products, and then they moved him over to Disney Parks for a couple years, where he pissed everybody off. But that's because he needed that experience before he could become CEO. And Kevin Feige, is it Feige?
I thought it was Feige.
Whatever.
We'll just call him Kevin.
Anyway,
Kev.
He's too important to keeping the Marvel movie gravy train going for them to move him over.
So I think Shaggy you might be onto something with Taika Waititi, because his last couple of outings I have not been that impressed by his, like, I'm going to say it. Thor: Love and Thunder was a steaming pile, and I can understand why Chris Hemsworth does not want to ever go back to the Thor franchise unless there's a big paycheck involved. But he's the kind of guy that you can move him. His name sounds like a theme park, so you can move him to a different area, and the Marvel Universe would probably do better.
Yeah. I mean, he was good in Free Guy as an actor.
So I have another suggestion since you kind of went there. I think
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, he do running it.
The marketing would be awesome.
He's got the business sense. Yeah.
What they need to do is just slide into his DMs and offer him Disney. And
they should,
because that's how he got the football team.
Just think about how he's gonna, the marketing for this. Like, I'm going to say Instagram because, we don't know if how much longer Twitter's going to be here.
Yeah.
But he could just put something out on Instagram of Deadpool wearing Mickey ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, yeah. Guess who's running the show now?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
He's running so many companies already. Why not?
Yep.
And truthfully, I don't know if any of them are failing. So he's doing something.
No, they're doing.
He made a huge bucket of money on aviation gin. So
Not as much as Clooney, but he made a lot. I'm sure he's making good money with Mint Mobile, and he's got some other one now that I just saw an thing for it last night.
Mountain Advertising.
That's it.
Which we can't afford to advertise on. It's a minimum $10,000 to advertise on Mountain. Which, granted, in advertising dollars, is not that much for most companies.
So here's the thing. Like, we couldn't because we have no profitable product.
Yeah.
Right? However, I saw that, and my first thought was, I wonder what would happen if Butterstown did this.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I'm officially impressed from Butterstown Advertising then. If they got $10K to throw around.
It was a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it was going to happen, but it was a thought. I was going to look into it because I would rather throw that, to streaming, advertising than a couple thousand on a billboard.
Yeah.
Right? Targeted streaming advertising, people are on their computers or their phones already where they're going to go, oh, yeah, I do need a gift. Let me go click there. It's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I think 10K is a little high right now.
Yeah, the question is, can you handle 10K worth of business coming in all at once to pay for the advertising itself without ruining the reputation of the company in the first place?
That is the balancing act. And depending on the mix of products, see, that's where it gets a little sketch. But yeah, that's the other factor.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to tarnish the reputation in the process. Yeah.
Now, there was a point, though, on the Ryan Reynolds thing that we can't pass up. Ryan Reynolds managed to do something that nobody has done in years. He got Rick Moranis to show up in something.
Well, yeah, he got Rick to show up in a commercial.
So he can go to the Disney board and say, how about Honey, I Shrunk the Audience? What is it? 4? And,
I don't know. Yeah.
Say, I managed to get Rick Moranis. I can have him do another Honey, I Shrunk movie.
Well,
Honey, I Shrunk the Grandkids.
Rick said now that his kids were grown, he was ready to start getting back into movies again. But they were going to have to be good. So,
Yep.
But anyway,
I thought you were going to say, yeah, he managed to do what nobody else could, and that's get
Blake Lively,
Hugh Jackman to say, okay, I'll be Wolverine one more time.
Yeah. That too.
You killed my character. I thought I was finally out of the loop here, but no, I'll come back one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can stop singing show tunes for a little bit.
Speaking of advertising, I just happened to run across this link: 24 graphic design fails that are so bad they're literally just graphic. I thought we could spin through those kind of real quick because I think it would be kind of funny. So let me bring these up here real quick.
So it's interesting because all right, so we'll go through because one of the things that Kim and I always say is fonts matter.
Oh yeah, fonts matter.
Yeah.
And
so let's see here, 18. All right, so here's one. That is a weird body shape on that woman. And here, I'll throw the link in chat so that you guys can see this a little closer.
Yeah, what's going on with her?
That's an
area.
odd torso.
The arms are the bigger problem, I think.
And yeah, those are like orangutan arms.
Yeah, gorilla. Yeah, I was going to say gorilla arms, but yeah, orangutan. That's yeah.
Y'all ever watch what is it? King of Queens?
No, I haven't.
Okay. What about Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Okay. Like the painting of Penny and Amy.
Yes.
That Amy gives Penny, and it's kind of this. That's what this is in the vein of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Here's another one. How do you like that sign, Mike, where you said font matters? I don't even know what that says.
I'm pretty sure that says Gababadiba.
or Jlebisv. I don't know what that means.
Fagapifi?
Kafifi? I don't know.
Kofife. There we go.
We found the origin, finally.
I think it's supposed to say welcome, but
but it's horrible.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Which is right, which is wrong? One person is okay, two people is okay, but it's a red okay.
It depends on whether it's Christmas time or not.
Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, two
Yes.
people in the lift is perfectly fine.
Yes.
That's not how you do this. You can't take part of a letter. Reet Kive Catter? Is that what that says?
Eat.
Create Ive Catter?
Eat. Great catter liver.
I don't know. It's really poor.
Creative cater.
I think it's supposed to be creative cater,
creative something.
but it's a very bad word wrap. Do you text while driving, or do you wait until you get to your destination? This is not how these graphs are supposed to work. You don't make the one with less respondents bigger than the one with more respondents. That's not how circles work.
No, they.
You don't
That's
just
not
pick,
how puzzles work.
That's so, and yeah, let's just get together with coffee. No, that they don't fit together like that. No. That's just let's be cheap and only buy one puzzle piece graphic.
Yeah. That's
All right.
exactly what it is.
And here is bedding that looks like someone wet the bed, but it's really the Italian flag with then a silhouette of Italy and Sicily.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it looks like somebody wet the bed.
Okay, listen, if somebody wet the bed in that particular pattern, impressive. Because you got it on the pillow, up by you peed on your own head.
Yeah.
And on your feet.
And what's worse is this is a guest one, because this is like one of those fold out like chairs.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How about a welcome mat?
Okay.
I don't really know what the we were was born, the world you were, I was born.
It's like they were trying to
It's like
proofread it, but
it's like when I was in high school and took photography and we did double exposures. You know, where you you keep the camera on the same frame, and you click it once, and then you click it again on that exact same set of film.
Well, yeah, the old school where you're in the background. Have a Wednesday. All right. What is this?
This is the Eiffel Tower and the Leaning Tower of Pisa on something that says Italy.
Well, that looks like less of a design fail and more of a was printed on the wrong thing fail.
Or somebody just got some kind of pre-cut press punch thing that they were trying out on. Anyway.
I guess the question is, what is this?
Okay, so this is obviously supposed to be. Is that supposed to be a 5 or a 3?
No, it's a 5.
It's a very bad 5.
Are you sure?
Because it kind of looks like a 3.
Oh, and by the way, the one before it, did you figure that one out?
Bueno.
No.
Buena.
Do not apologize for being yourself. Be unapologetically you.
Oh, God, I thought it was a Spanish thing.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I was trying to figure out what language it was.
Oh.
Took me a second, but
that is horrible. Snack Mitch? Well, if you're not Mitch, I think you're in trouble. Only Mitches can buy ice cream.
What kind of psychopath bites an ice cream cone on the side like that? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's bad.
If somebody listen, if you go and get ice cream with somebody, and instead of licking the ice cream cone, they just bite it from the side, run. That's a serial killer move right there. Okay, just run. So, the next one is a mug where someone thought that Louisiana looked like an O. If anything, it looks like another L. Yeah. Be who yourself chose to be. That doesn't. No, that doesn't make any sense. What the hell is that? That's what the Daleks look like underneath the armor. That's
actually
it's a logo for a plastic surgeon. If I went to a plastic surgeon and their logo was a cyclops and a gigantic pair of lips with a knife, I don't think I would go there. Maybe that's Mike Wazowski sonogram. Either that, in the womb. Or if you want to be a minion. My bike on a button. This is why you don't put red on red, people. And then a nude man showing his butt crack lifting a box. Nude man. No. This is the Elephant Man. With a single arm. Think outside the box, and they're playing tic-tac-toe. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Let's just stop for a second. Because think outside the box. So you had to put the X on the outside there. You got 2 other 3 in a rows here. Yeah. Maybe if you put the O up top, it would make sense. This is just rubbing it in. That you've already won. Cheating.
Yeah. Well, the design is fine. There's nothing wrong with the design.
He already won
the
twice.
Idea of having like a tic-tac-toe board where it was like it was a nobody won, and you're like, I'm gonna put one more X out there. I thought outside the box and I won. But you already won. Yeah, well, twice. That's what Mike was saying. You already won twice. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. My point was, I like the actual design. If the design was done correctly, then I think the design itself is a good idea.
Yes, it encourages people to cheat.
eye exam clock. No, not my.
No, it's obviously from a designed to go into a eye doctor's
optometrist office. Yeah.
Which is fine. That's
Wait, but home is where we are together. Okay, I had to.
Yeah.
Took me a minute.
Oh, I missed an E. I thought it was home is where to get her.
No, where we are. But my point is actually that design is fine, but it has a very, very small clientele.
And then an emoji thing that looks like a depressed middle-aged man. Okay.
No.
That one's not nearly as funny.
No, because I've seen way too many animated Japanese kids programs that have faces look just like that.
Yep. But all right, so those are, but speaking of lists, because we love a good list here, and we're going to get into movies a little bit later, but I think that maybe now would be a great time to talk about movies that were not successful at the box office, but are beloved now. What do you guys think? Because we love to hate these lists.
I have not gone through this list, but I'm going to tell you all right now. If FDR American Badass is on here, I swear to God.
Number 1, FDR American Badass. No, it's not on this list. No, but I think number 1 is just as bad. It's a Wonderful Life. It was terrible at the box office, and now people love that movie, and I don't know why.
Okay, so basically, all right. So we're talking about cult ones that had cult classic status. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So It's a Wonderful Life from 1946. I just don't like that movie. I never got it. Never wanted to watch it.
I know parts of it, and that's about it. I mean,
I like it. I just think it's too long.
Number 2, Clue. That's a movie that I like, that I'll watch.
That's a good movie.
Okay, but
had a budget.
Here's the thing I don't like about Clue.
Mm-hmm.
They tried. It was a good effort. It was a good idea. It had never been done before. But I don't like the fact that they released it with 3 different endings. So depending on which theater you went to, the whole idea was to get people to go and see it multiple times.
Yeah.
And it obviously it failed because it just barely.
Well, it didn't make back its budget. Its budget was $15 million, and it made $14.6 million. But if you look at aftermarket sales of VHS, DVD, rentals, all that other kind of stuff, it had to have exceeded its budget, probably 2 or 3 times. If you also look at royalties from TV playback and everything else, because there was a time where you couldn't turn on TBS and not see Clue. At any
and when
point
they put it on TV, they pieced together the 3 endings.
Yeah.
At the end, so yeah. And how many people went out and bought the game after seeing the movie?
Yeah.
It's the case of how many people went to read the book after they saw the movie.
I think that was probably one of the few adaptations of a board game that was successful as a movie. Now, not initially successful, as this list says, but
there was an actual real board game.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Number 3. Now, this is a Bobcat Goldthwait movie that I have not watched, but I've heard about many times. Death to Smoochie. It's a dark comedy.
This was not Bob Goldthwait. This was Robin Williams.
I thought it was Bobcat.
No, you're thinking of Shakes the Clown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Robin Williams, Jon Stewart, Danny DeVito.
I mean, look, this has a great cast, and honestly, I think it gained status after, Robin Williams' star blew up.
Well, it better have, because again, budget of $50 million, only made $8.3 million at the box office, so it was a huge bomb. But dark comedies often
that's not what
are.
I've seen. I've not seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Either have I.
Now here's another one that was a
Uh-oh.
TBS special, where you couldn't. There was a point where you couldn't turn on TBS and not see this. Shawshank Redemption. Now this one barely made back its money. $25 million budget, made $28.8 million. And gosh, my friend Andy, there was this. This is
a great movie, though.
Yeah, it's long. It's horrendously long, but it's a good movie.
And every second of the movie is vital.
Yeah, you couldn't really cut much of it out. Number 5, The Thing from 1982. $15 million to make, 19.6 at the box office. One that I haven't seen. It's an all-time favorite horror movie, according to some people.
Yeah,
I saw it once.
Now, here's another example of one that bombed at the box office, but is in regular rotation on television. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971. Budget of $3 million, made $4 million. Now, if nothing else, the singing in it is really good. I mean, Gene Wilder wanted to do that film and had a specific way that he wanted Willy Wonka to dress, according to interviews that I've seen with him. When he was leading up to that movie, when he got offered that role, he started to draw out the costume.
Here's something that I find that actually fascinates me, that visually, for its time. Now, does it say when it came out? 71.
71.
So, visually, this movie is spectacular.
Yeah, the set design and everything.
Era, right? And they made it for $3 million.
Which in 1971, let me look at it.
You're
It was
going to
shot in
adjust for
German.
inflation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Vergnügen German engineering is apparent on set.
$1 in 1971 is worth approximately $7.36 today.
Okay, so 736 times 3 million is $22 million.
I don't think you could make that movie for $22 million today.
No.
Well, what was the budget
Charlie and
for
the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah. I mean, they had $1 million just for squirrels on that movie.
So it cost $150 million to make Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Good Lord.
and that was in 2005. And it wasn't nearly as good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, there was no, you get nothing. There was no nothing. Now, here's one. I believe my daughter likes this one. Matilda from 1996.
I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
It was definitely slated towards girls.
I think that is a very
It's Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman.
specific movie.
Yeah. It was like the Pippi Longstocking of the 90s.
Yeah, I think for women who were about the age of Matilda when Matilda was out, that is a very important movie to them.
Yeah, so like your oldest sister, Colin, probably liked Matilda.
Younger.
Younger sister, okay. Yeah, probably was a big Matilda fan.
They're probably both Matilda fans, but I think more so McKenna.
Number 8. Now this one I've not seen. Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World. It had way too many words in it for me.
Okay.
If there's too many words in the title, I'm just going to skip right by.
I'm going to flat out say, this is one of my favorite movies.
It's an extremely good movie. I think, though, it made as much money as it needed to make.
Well, it cost $135 million to make. It made 212. I wouldn't say that's underperforming at the box office.
No,
you can make...
I think that is exactly how much money that kind of movie would make at the box office.
I mean, it won an Academy Award for Best Picture, or it was nominated for Best Picture and Best Director. So it was obviously a pretty cerebral movie, I would say. It's not an action-adventure flick, I don't think.
So here's the weird part. Like, if you read this, okay, it recouped its budget. It was nominated for 10 Academy Awards.
Yeah.
It didn't win any of them because it was competing against Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. And why did it? And they say its box office wasn't so good. Well, Pirates came out just before this, so it kind of everybody's palate was already saturated for
sea adventures,
naval movies, right? But it was also competing against Elf at the box office. So this thing had a whole bunch of strikes against it. So it makes perfect sense that this movie got traction when it was released out after.
Now,
fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, fantastic movie. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. Now here's another one. This one is 100%.
We're fighting.
The cult category.
I'm going to the Flamin' Hots. That's it.
So The Princess Bride, they say, was an underperformer. Now, I think this one, again, made exactly what it should have in the box office. Budget $15 million, made $31 million. It made its money back again. And, it's a cheesy, comedy romance, because it's definitely comedy forward. All right? It's not even a rom-com with the romance forward. It's a com-rom, where it's comedy forward. It's super cheesy, and it made sense for it to be more video friendly than theater friendly.
So my wife hates this movie.
Okay.
She hates The Princess Bride.
Why?
And I joke with her.
Is she mostly dead?
Well, I joke with her and I say, this is the kind of thing, be glad you hid this from me.
Do you say inconceivable? That's because what you should say.
I would have walked away. I mean, that's how I love this movie.
It's a make or break.
She thinks Inigo Montoya is the stupidest thing in the world. I said, no, Inigo Montoya is the best thing in the world.
Yes, you killed my father, prepared to die. Yeah. Oh, my daughter loves this movie. Yeah, and it's a fun watch. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Next one, it is definitely.
I just want to say,
yeah,
yes, it made double its money. The reason it's on this list is because the Princess Bride over years has become such an important movie that no matter what its original box office was, unless it made like Titanic-sized numbers, it was always going to be on this list.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm looking for. I am looking for the 4K 3D re-release of Princess Bride.
Signed by Andre the Giant.
No, I want it in IMAX and I can go see it in the theater.
Anybody who's a fan of The Princess Bride, the book, amazingly enough, is even better. And the book about the making of The Princess Bride is not better than Princess Bride, but it's very, very good. Highly recommend it. So, especially in the audiobook form.
The next one on the list, Galaxy Quest.
Who wrote this article? I want names.
It's lifestyle section of Yahoo. But
whoever wrote this article, you better sleep with one eye open because this is...
Galaxy Quest was a funny movie. I've got the documentary for Galaxy Quest. I just haven't watched it yet. But Galaxy Quest, another one that made double its money. Budget, $45 million. Box office, $90.5 million. And it's a good, funny film. Next one, I haven't...
I think when it came out, it did not have the same
No, it was comedy.
Yes, it was a comedy. Galaxy Quest has gained much more importance over the years since then.
Yeah, the problem is it was sold as just a goofy comedy for kids, and whereas it was really a comedy aimed at adults. So you didn't get the audience that you should have had.
Yeah.
Okay, next one on the list. I have not seen this. The Big Lebowski. This one made 3 times its cost. $15 million, made $46 million.
So, hold on. Is this basically Reddit users who are putting this together? Is that what these user names underneath each of these are? Because then I know who I have to go hunt down.
Yeah, those are.
I heard
Twitter.
It didn't do
yeah,
so,
the Reddit. Yeah, Reddit are the ones who provided the comments.
Okay, so Master and Commander, very detailed, very thought out, very fact based.
Mm-hmm.
This one. So I heard it didn't do so well in theaters, but that's just like my opinion, man.
No, it's not even his
Dude
opinion.
advised.
It's something
I
he
mean,
learned. He heard.
Yeah, The Big Lebowski, when it came out in theaters, was immediately talked about. This was not something that people discovered later.
So
I'm the dude. Come on.
I mean, it's a Coen Brothers movie. Any Coen Brothers movie is not. I mean, it's going to be a great movie. It's going to be made for not that much, and it's going to have, it did really well. It made 3 times its budget.
Was Raising Arizona a Coen Brothers movie as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they're very much in the same vein, and I don't know. Who knows? Raising Arizona might be down here later on. Who knows?
So next one's Treasure Planet. Now, I actually watched that one. I thought it was okay.
It's okay. It definitely does not deserve to be on this list. It is not a movie that got
I don't think it got a cult following. Now, the next one, again, another Robin Williams film, Hook. Now, I didn't think it was a flop at the box office, but evidently it's only got a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it flopped critically. I don't think it was. It had good word of mouth at the time. I found over the years watching it, it is much better than we thought it was at the time.
Next up, Dragonheart. This is one I believe I saw in the theaters.
That was a bad movie when it came out. It continues to be a bad movie now.
They have made about a dozen sequels, though. Next up, Stranger Than Fiction, a Will Ferrell film.
I don't know what that is.
I haven't watched
that
it.
That one is quite. How can I explain it? All right, so the high level plot is that Will Ferrell is actually the character in a book that Emma Thompson is writing, and as she writes the book, it affects his life. It's interesting in like a Truman Show type vein.
Okay.
It's not bad, but it's actually it's a little weird trying to see Will Ferrell do something serious.
Well, yeah. It was like when we saw Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Great movie.
So we're at the point in this particular list where it is now just degenerating to movies that the person who created this list rather likes that nobody else did.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go quickly through these. So Equilibrium, a 2002 film. I never saw it.
Never saw it.
Nope.
Next one, Waterworld. Okay. Nobody looks back on that movie fondly.
I think I love that movie. I think it's great.
I stand corrected. Dances with Wolves on Water evidently does have at least one follower.
I will say I rather liked Waterworld more than I think many people did, but it is not a movie that I'm like, I need to go watch it again.
No, I don't purposely go seek it out. But if it's on, I can't look away. So maybe it's like a train wreck. I don't know. Children of Men?
Men. Never saw it.
Another underrated. I agree that this is an underrated movie.
Lucky Number Slevin.
Refuse to watch it because I hate the fact that Slevin is.
Never watched it.
Sorry, can't do it. Can't
The
do
Nice.
it. You might as well.
The Nice Guys. Nah, didn't watch it.
Nope.
The Last Duel. Nope. Don't like period pieces.
Nope.
No.
And that's it.
Well, I like period pieces, but that, no.
Oh, so. All right. Speaking, and you know, we talked about there was a couple of them were sequels. So we'll round out this movie talk. Yes.
Some movies just need a second chance. I hated Monty Python and the Holy Grail at the theater. I wasn't in the mood for a cow being thrown off the castle. Hated The Big Lebowski in the theater. Now I really like it. Some things need time to grow on you. I will agree with that.
Yeah.
But the difference is some things
Big
grow.
Lebowski is one of my all-time favorite movies. If I was creating a list like this, I would put Big Lebowski on there instead of the dude.
See, the difference is some movies will grow like Morning Glories to cover and embrace you. You know, beautiful flowers that bloom every day for you to start your day off with it. And some things grow on you like a damn flesh-eating bacteria that you kind of want to escape it, but the only way to do it is to cut the damn limb off. So
Yep. So
I'll be the first to admit, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I don't get it. Maybe because it's British. I don't know. I've tried. I just don't. But that's me.
Speaking of one that's going to be a coin flip on which one it is, flesh-eating disease or morning glory, The Princess Diaries 3 has been announced. And Anne Hathaway has said that while she isn't signed currently, she would love to be in it.
I didn't even know that there was a second one. How bad is that?
Oh, Chris Pine was in the second one. How could you not know? I thought you loved all the Chris's.
Do you know I was today years old when I found out that his father was Sergeant Cotrere on Chips?
So was I.
Like his father, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, so the question is, would Julie Andrews come back?
I think the bigger question is, do we need her?
You always need her. And then we also need, I don't know what her name is anymore, because I think, didn't she change her name to what the black, it's not Aisha, but what the hell's her name? Her black friend. But yeah. Raven Simone. That's it. That was
Raven
her name.
Simone?
I think she changed her name though.
No, she's still.
But yeah, so there's a question: is Chris Pine and her? And so yeah, because at the end of the movie, Anne Hathaway and Chris Pine were an item. So you know.
Okay, see, I don't like this. When I'm reading through the article here, because they've got tweet reactions from people, and Dan, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of saying your name. Says we got Hocus Pocus 2, Princess Diaries 3 just got announced. Freaky Friday 2 might be happening. The world is healing, and then there's a GIF with Olivia Wilde, Mark Ruffalo, and who's that documentary guy that makes me want to shoot myself here?
The Fahrenheit 9/11 guy.
That guy, yes.
Yeah,
who is that?
That guy.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that guy. Bill O'Reilly. No, that's not his name.
Now I gotta look it up.
It is Michael Moore.
That's him.
Thank God Google
I can remember the name
understands
of his
bad
first
spelling.
movie, but that was the...
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, there's some interesting posts on there for sure. And Dan is an interesting character according to their Twitter feed.
Oh, Lord. Something just happened upstairs. I don't know what.
Did you hear a big bang?
Oh, no. There's yelling
bark?
and somebody's getting in trouble.
Oh, but it's not directed towards the floor, right? So it's not you?
No, it's not me.
Okay.
So the short answer, short background here. For those of you who may be following my Facebook or Twitter feed or may have followed the discussion, is we introduced a ginger cat from outside named Marmalade. The cat that just started coming around. She's fully integrated into the house at this point in time, and the little bitch likes to sleep I'm by my feet on the bed, which is a problem for me. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
We TNR'd another cat from the neighborhood, also a ginger.
What? Okay,
his name is Mr.
For those of us unfamiliar, what is TNR?
Trap, neuter, and return.
Okay.
The idea was it's a stray. You don't know how friendly it's going to be, so you trap them, you take them, you get them fixed. This way you don't have kittens running around.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the most humane way to deal with a feral cat population.
Right. Okay.
Now, this cat, after he was TNR'd, started like hanging out on the front porch, looking in the door.
Once his
I'm
balls
like,
back.
I said, look, this cannot happen because because an orange cat hanging out on the front porch, everybody can see that. I don't want to be that house. So Kim got him hanging on the back. Well, long story short, that cat's now inside. And I believe somebody may have gone after him or vice versa, and that's what was going on upstairs. There was some commotion related to that. So I'm eagerly awaiting to see what my wife replies back with what happened. I heard her yelling at somebody and possibly throwing them into a room. I don't know where.
I understand, Mike.
That being said,
makes sense.
I do not. So Princess Bride. Anne Hathaway makes the movie. All right. So here's my point. If you get Anne Hathaway back, then you got a chance. Right. She's the main central character in the story. The rest you could possibly figure out a way to work around it. Mm-hmm. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you
maybe they can get.
What close window. Exit, close. All right, there. No window. No echo.
I was like, did anybody else? Was anybody else hearing that, or was it me?
I felt
a little Inceptionist right there for a second.
Sorry. Go ahead. I was trying to get something to play, but that's all right. Go ahead.
I have no idea what the hell I was saying now.
I don't. Yeah. I muted myself just in case I was the one doing it.
No, it
did I.
It was me. It was me. Mike said "cat in the house," and it made me think of something, and so then I wanted to play it, but then never mind.
Do you pay extra? Yes.
Yeah.
We pay extra for those, and donations can be made to the Feed Mike Fund or possibly the Human Fund.
Not the Human League. Not the Human League. They don't need your money.
Human League.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to my parents about this last week, and the other article you shared was 27 habits, another list, but not movie related.
Yeah.
27 habits people picked up during the pandemic.
Yeah, that
Now,
they decided
I
to
had
make
this
permanent.
conversation with my parents
Yep.
because I said, look, you guys don't do anything. So, and you're just dealing with yourselves 24/7. You don't socialize. You don't go anywhere. This is bad. And I said, look, I know COVID kind of contributed to this, but you need to go out there. And Kim was riding them harder than I was. I was trying to be diplomatic, but like, you need to go out and you need to start doing stuff. You need to start socializing. Go to the senior center, do something. So it's not just older folks. It's everybody. COVID, just had this conversation that COVID made it easy for you to not go out and socialize. You had that excuse.
Well,
But
and
now
for people,
we're seeing after effects.
For people that were homebodies, it just reinforced that and made it worse. You know, which my
Yeah.
wife, and to some degree, we don't mind staying at home, but it doesn't. But I do get a little bit not claustrophobic, but I do get bored being at home all the time. She doesn't have a problem with that, and so it's it's here nor there. But
See,
we got out the other night because I volunteered at the church and we did a veterans thing. So I figure as long as we get out every couple weeks or so, that's blow the dust off. That's what you need to do. But
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
we don't
like,
have kids or anything, so we don't have a huge excuse to go out.
But and I want to go out and socialize with friends or just go out and socialize. I would love to just go out and hang out at the bar and see, strike up conversations with people. But we just don't. And a lot of our friends, I've kind of given up trying to get some of my friends to go out because you can only ask so many times before you're like, well, you know what, ball's in your court. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and depending upon your friends, some may have kids or they're at a different stage in their life than you guys are. So, it gets, trust me, I understand because I had my daughter early in life, and then I married a woman who was older than I am. So her kids were older, when we got together. So we were the people that didn't have kids. So we were ready to, we were cool with, hey, let's go out to dinner or let's go watch a movie or whatever. But at that time, all my friends were out there having babies in the world. And so it's like, when I was in high school and I had, or just out of high school in college and I had my daughter and they were out there, going, cool, we're going out to the bar or we're going to dinner or whatever. I'm like, I got my daughter. I'm staying home tonight because I got her. And then, it just flip-flopped later on. But, and I don't regret anything that's happened. It's just now I get to rub it in their face and go, old person, now you got to try and keep up with, a young kid when you're old and your knees hurt. Meanwhile, me, all I got to do is keep up with grandkids sometimes and I can send their butt home. So, it's a lot easier. Friends of ours are still having babies. No, I don't, no babies. No babies.
So let's talk about this list. It's 27 things. We don't have to go through all of them, but
no. But the first one talks about how somebody started FaceTiming their family, and they actually learned how to crochet from their grandma. Cool. Learn skills from your family. That's awesome. And the fact that grandma learned how to FaceTime is really cool. Especially if there's a distance involved. That's a great thing to learn how to do. I wish my grandma had learned how to do that. It would have made staying in touch with her since she was in Alabama a little bit easier. But that wasn't going to happen. Somebody else.
So,
go ahead.
So here's the one. Not a good habit. I stay in a lot more. I used to go out to eat, go to stores, just walk around, sometimes just go for a... Now I don't do any of that. Haven't been in a restaurant. So this is what I'm talking about. This is somebody who, well, for whatever reason, and I'm not going to I'm not going to knock the reasons. All right, everybody's entitled to do whatever's going to make them feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you choose to do that, that's fine. But at some point, you've got to break out of that, and it concerns me that people are still stuck in that mode where the less I have to be around people, the better.
Yeah, I mean, we adopted Penny, and the person who gave her to us was nice enough to give us a harness of hers to bring Penny home with. Well, a couple of weeks later, we'd bought Penny a new harness, and so we thought, well, you know what? We'll return the one that we had got from the lady. Well, we got her 45 minutes away. So we just decided, well, you know what? We'll make a road trip out of it just to get out of the house for a while. We took the dogs with us, and we just took a Sunday drive, if you will. And so, we took an hour. It was almost like a 2-hour round-trip drive, just us and the dogs, just to get out of the house for a little while.
Yeah.
So even if you just take a drive and go around, it's expensive at the cost of gas, but, you don't even have to do that. Just go to a park and walk around, do something just to get out into the fresh air and out of your house for a bit. I do definitely believe in that. Next one. A lady says, I barely wear makeup anymore. All my makeup expired. I work from home. I have mascara for dates, but that's about it. I was a full glam girl every day before then. I agree. I barely wear makeup anymore. I mean, most of my stuff, I just threw it out. I don't see a need, But I agree.
Used to shake people's hands pretty often. Now I haven't shaken a hand in years. It's funny. I know which guys on my hockey club on Friday nights, like after the games, that I can shake hands with, that I can give a full-on bro hug, and the ones that I just got a fist bump.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody shakes my hand, I don't take offense to it. If somebody wants a fist bump, I don't care. A bro hug, it's going to depend on who you are, but it's cool.
I get it.
Eating out at restaurants during non-busy times. My husband and I are in our 30s and will only eat out for lunch at 11 and dinner at 4. Boy, they're really taking the early birds, aren't they? After that, it's too crowded in Germany. Also, my husband still prefers to go out and run errands by himself, so we aren't around crowds too much. We have 2 kids under 5. Well, trust me, you don't want to shop with 2 kids under 5 with you anyway. I don't care whether this was before the corona or after. It's a horrible thing. He's faster at it, and we don't have to deal with the struggles of getting everyone dressed out of the house nearly as often. We also still mask up during flu, RSV season, and if any of us gets a cold. All right, so my wife kind of has this rule.
There's a couple of things to unpack here.
my wife kind of has this rule that, if we go to the store early in the day where there aren't a lot of people, then we don't wear a mask. But if we end up going to the store during the middle of, like, the rush or the parking lot's packed, then we wear a mask in the store. Because it's a likelihood of you running into somebody else. And I'm cool with that. It makes her happier. It makes her more comfortable. Yeah. And that's I don't care one way or the other. But if the person I'm with is going to be, is going to be more comfortable that way, then that's what I'll do. And I don't have a problem with it. And when we go into the store, it's about 50-50, usually. So yeah, I as long as you're getting out. Now, like I said, I agree not taking the kids into the store, because I don't want your kids in the store either. Keep your kids at home.
Yes.
I mean,
if you're going out to eat with your kids, yes, go really early so that you're not there when I am.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's a public service.
But no, okay, but eating. Okay, the lunch part, whatever. But the dinner at 4, dude, early bird specials, because there's a problem with eating early and saving money, okay? All right? But yeah, the kids, so when it comes to restaurants, some of y'all may not be old enough to remember this, but they used to have smoking and non-smoking sections in the restaurants, right? They should have children and no children sections in the restaurants now. Some of them actually do have this. It's called the restaurant area and the bar area.
Oh, and they should have an over 65 area.
Well,
Yeah.
over 65, you're
I want to go to that area. I want to go to the elderly area.
So you want the quiet time area?
I want the quiet area. Where they don't turn the TVs up as loud, they don't have the music blaring, and everybody talks at a reasonable volume and they don't yell. Because I hate restaurants that are loud.
It's funny you say that. So after my hockey games on Friday nights, we get done at midnight. So half of the guys go to this one bar called the Parkview Inn, and it's a Colombian bar and restaurant. Now they go there because the kitchen stays open until like closing, so they can go and they can eat afterwards. And then half of us go to this other bar called Frenchie's, and Frenchie's is your dive bar, $2 draft beer in a plastic cup kind of place. My kind of place.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys said something this past week. Like, he normally goes to Parkview. Well, Parkview burned down. They just opened back up. He said, I'm going to start going back there. I said, okay, fine. He said, but I like it here because we can talk to each other after the game because there's nothing going on.
Mm-hmm.
The other place, they got the they got that music going like real loud.
Yeah.
So you can't talk.
Yeah. So that's why we don't go to Texas Roadhouse, because it is so goddamn loud.
Now you just touched on it, because tomorrow night we're going out to dinner with a couple that we haven't seen in a while, right? And we're going to Texas Roadhouse, and I'm like, this is either going to be a blessing or a curse. Like, are we actually going to be able to talk while we're there? I don't know.
I don't like going anywhere with a tin roof, because it just bounces and amplifies. So that just shows how old I am.
Let's jump through some of these. Buying 2 jars of instant coffee. You lost me at the word instant, okay? I understand stocking up on stuff sometimes. Like, yes, I still have that emergency case of paper towels sitting in my garage.
What about toilet paper, Mike? Have you kept up on toilet paper?
Kept up on toilet paper, kept up on the wet wipes, just in case. Always got a backup. But instant coffee, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Next one, not wearing a bra unless I absolutely have to. You know what? I have relatives that
I feel the same
that
way
before coronavirus.
I feel the same way. Unless it specifically says on the invitation that I have to wear a bra, I will not wear one.
Yeah, no. I mean, you may see my nipples if it's cold, but I'm not going to wear one just on principle. Not necessarily habit, but I had to do online schooling during COVID, and now when I register for classes, I actively look for online asynchronous ones because they are a lot easier for me. Some people love online classes, some people hate them. It just depends.
Can someone, for our listeners' sake, please define asynchronous?
It means that you can do them whenever you want. Synchronous means that you have to do them in a particular order, but I think asynchronous...
And you're waiting.
Yeah, and you're waiting for the next class.
So I kind of thought it was like live versus pre-recorded lecture.
I think that I think this is like pre-recorded lectures that you can just click your way through as fast as you want, versus one's released every week.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bad use of the term.
Yeah. Wearing only pajamas at home. I come home after work and shower, and then it's relaxation time. I usually change my clothes slightly when I get home anyway. I at least change shirts. Becoming a movie snob. Keeping your circle small. Okay.
Keeping the circle small, I kind of get that. Like, there are only certain people that we invite over versus people will go meet.
Oh, here's one. I don't touch public door handles with my bare hands anymore. I always use a napkin or the sleeve of my shirt. Same goes for buttons and elevators. Okay, now this may be controversial, but I see these people exiting the bathroom all the time that we have to have a trash can outside the bathroom door so that people can open the bathroom door and then throw away their paper towel. Now, I guess I don't understand that.
Here's what I don't like these, that they've installed these things on the doors in some of these stores.
The foot thing?
You can use your foot. Yeah. I've seen people damn near kill themselves trying to use this thing. Like they're hopping. Like
just
okay,
give us the handicap button. That's all we need.
Okay. Can I use them? Yes. Do I? No. All right. I am from the generation that this right here was my tissue half the time.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll touch a damn door handle.
Exactly.
I will do this. If it's like a really skeevy place where I think I might get hepatitis.
I do the one finger pull. You know, I do the one finger
but
thing.
That foot thing? Are you
I'm not Mr. Miyagi.
No, that's asking for a personal injury lawsuit right there, okay? Jackie Childs is hanging outside those.
Yeah, I don't like doing the foot thing, but my usual uniform, when I'm actually outside of the house, is I wear a T-shirt, and then I have a button-up shirt that I just wear kind of like a jacket, not buttoned. And when I'm leaving a bathroom, I just reach down, grab the shirt tail.
Oh, the shirt tail.
The
you don't just tuck the sleeve. Tuck the sleeve.
No, because it's short sleeves. I very rarely are wearing long sleeve shirts.
I just never seen anybody take the shirt tail and do it.
Yeah, why not? It's hanging there. You reach down, you grab it, you open the door, you walk through, and you let go. It's simple.
Remote pickup for groceries. Like, it's a feature. They offer it. I'm going to take them up on it. Flossing. They say flossing is a habit that they pick. A bad habit? No, it's a good habit. Do the flossing. Your dentist will appreciate it. Haven't been on an airplane since March 14th, 2020. Well, at the price of flights, I don't blame you. Get anxiety from large crowds. That was normal before. Pandemic forced me to stay single and not date after my divorce. Now I'm happily single and can't imagine bringing someone into my life permanently. Well, there are people that stay single forever.
Yes.
And they are happy to do that. I have several people I know who are happy to do that. One annoyingly posts on Facebook constantly about the single life and how happy he is that he's single. And I can't stand it. I've muted him.
I have unfriended someone who was happily single, but I know damn well that they were burning up Tinder like they were a freaking Boy Scout camp. I swear to God. Okay? So you're not happily single, okay? Yeah. You are delightfully promiscuous.
Yeah.
I had to be careful because I don't want to reveal a gender here, right?
Oh, he could be a man slut. It's all right.
There's a difference there, okay? You can't go around like, yes, I don't want to be in a relationship because I'm happily single. No, you're not. You're Charlie freaking Harper here, bringing home a different skank every night.
Don't say, I'm perfectly happy being single, giggity, giggity.
Giggity, giggity. Oh, yeah. But it's 25 here. Sleeping in. I used to wake up super early and have productive mornings before going about my day. Since the pandemic, I put everything off as much as possible. Snooze is my BFF. Well, yeah, if you figure out you can get a few more hours of sleep, you do. My work from home days are great. I get an extra 45 minutes. Who doesn't love a little bit more time in dreamland?
Especially when you don't have a meeting that day. So, I don't know about your office, Shag, but in our office, we almost never turn cameras on.
I make a point to actually turn my camera on because I think it promotes a better environment. You don't lose that face-to-face communication, and you know someone's paying attention. You know, like you can't just be doing whatever. If you can catch somebody if they're trying to multitask and everything else, which most of the time I am, but you know it doesn't. At least you can catch them. So, plus I just think it promotes better community. So, but that's just me. Not everybody appeals to it. Now I do turn it off if I get breakfast delivered or something, because nobody wants to watch me eat.
It depends on if I'm with an internal or external. Like my external customers, they don't put their cameras on, so I don't feel obligated to. Internal, we don't actually use Zoom, so we use Teams.
Yeah,
and
we use Teams and WebEx.
We're not required to because they don't provide a webcam. We 99% of the time we don't.
Yeah,
we don't have to. It's you can always tell who the vice president level and above are because they have cameras on.
Yeah.
So. So I got a bidet. I need to investigate this. I need to possibly next time they show up on Woot, I may need to get one of these because that seems I am not sure about this one.
I've thought about the same thing. I've thought about putting one in down here because this is my bathroom down here. Even though it's only a half bath, this is my throne. Okay, I am pretty much the only one that uses it, apart from if company comes over. But I have an electrical outlet right on the other side of the bathroom where the toilet is. I could easily hook it up, so then I wouldn't have to worry about it can hot water, and I've been thinking about it, and the good ones are expensive. That's the only thing, is you're going to pay like $300-400 for a good one.
Yeah, if you can deal with cold, then you can put in
No, I don't want cold water shot up my butt. No, warm.
Yeah, that works.
And then I want it blow dried. If it comes with a curling iron, I may want that too. So
I'm starting trouble while I'm multitasking here. I'm starting trouble.
You asking Kim if you can get a bidet for Christmas?
No. This is even better. So what the hell? Nobody from my club listens to the show. So my hockey club, my Friday night hockey club it's the 50th anniversary of the club. So they're getting new jerseys this year. Mm-hmm. And the decision was made that they're going to go through me for the jerseys. Now, I have submitted the draft design it's been in a couple of weeks now. Mm-hmm. And nobody's telling me if it's approved yet or not. And there was some debate about the actual crest on the jersey. Because I had Carlos from Carlos and Isabel draw me up something when I didn't have anything from anybody else. And then all of a sudden, the commissioner or the head guy's wife drew up something that I absolutely hated. So there was a whole big debate about this. Well, my partner that I'm working with to get the jerseys made, he's ordering sets for his club. So I'm messaging him back and forth, and it popped up, and I said, so do you think I could do just my set of the concept jerseys so I could start wearing them and kind of pissing people off? And he said, yeah, absolutely, you could order them. Okay, let's do it. So, yeah. Screw them. People are going to be mad. They're like, that's a jersey. Where's mine? Where's mine? Well, hey, talk to the hand. Oh, God, I get so brave when I drink tequila.
So here I'm looking at a heated bidet that has It's a heated seat, a warm air dryer, and instantly warm water.
See, I just want the one that hooks in. I don't care if it's warm or cold or whatever.
No, you will care if it's
just
cold.
No.
I think you will
I play
care if
ice
it's
hockey.
cold.
Do you think I care?
Yeah. Yes, I think you will care. You don't ice hockey naked.
No, I don't. But
I mean, unless you're in that kind of a league. I don't know what kind of a league you're in.
It's not that cold. I don't want to run a hot water line.
You don't have to.
Toilet.
You can get the kind with the electric heater in it.
I don't want to run. I don't have an outlet that close to my toilet.
Well, you need that for the blower anyway. I know, you can just run an extension cord. Big orange cord.
That's not funny.
Toilet.
That's not funny.
No, it's hilarious. It's not just funny. It's hilarious.
No. Yeah. No. You see my eyes start twitching here, okay? Because you talk about extension cords, and it's getting to Christmas decorating time. So that means I got to get the two, not one, the two totes of extension cords and adapters and timers and stuff. I don't need the timers anymore.
I don't want to hear it about. Let me see here.
Because, listen, I don't need the timers anymore because now all of the outlets that Christmas lights at my house get plugged into are all smart outlets. So now I just have to set them up. I set everything via the app. So everything turns on at once. It's no longer standing outside and manually adjusting timers and all of this crap. It's all app control.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I can add this because I want to show you what my see if it'll show up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let me I won't be able to hear you, but I'm going to take you out to the beginning of Christmas Central in the basement here. So I'll
really?
just yeah, I will. I have mobile camera now. So let's see here. So instead of slate, we'll go down here. So see now you can see.
Oh wait, mute your main mic.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me on that? Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But I won't be able to hear you because I don't have any headphones. But so here.
Oh, this is. We're gonna get sick here. Oh, okay.
So that is Christmas Central.
Okay. I thought we were going to get more like outdoor type thing. Uh-oh.
What? No, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back, but the PTZ camera didn't follow you.
Oh, no, it didn't follow me back. Get over here. So anyway, yeah, that's
You have bugles on your desk.
No, I don't have bugles.
What are what?
Hold on.
What's the red bag? What's the red bag?
Red bag? I don't have any red
By
bag.
your phone.
Oh, those are Fritos.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw the corner. I was close.
Yeah, you're close. Good, yeah. Close enough. But that, Yeah, so now I have a mobile camera. Now all I need is mobile headphones, and then it'll be a little easier.
Well, I just stuck a link. Yeah, it's called. I don't know if you've heard of Tushy, but it seems to be well liked.
It's another name for your backside.
It's a bidet attachment that does not replace your existing seat.
So, but anyway, so that is the Christmas village that is going on at my house right now.
Very nice.
No, it's not nice. It's missing several key features. My wife has a train station, okay? And what's at a train station? Tracks. And what are next to tracks? the wrong side of the tracks. And what's on the wrong side of the tracks? Mobile homes, Walmarts, Dollar Generals, bums, trailer courts. She has none of those things. And I keep telling her, I'm like, no, you need these things. Because if you have tracks, then I'm like, you have all these mansions and all these highfalutin places. Where are the maids going to live? Where are the beggars on the street? You don't have anybody asking for $1. There's no hobo towns. There's no cardboard villages. I'm like, you lack this portion of your town. And she goes, well, it's a quaint Victorian village. I'm like, they had those back then. I'm like, where's the leper colony at? Where is the person in stocks? That person needs to be there. Where's the lady with the with the scarlet letter? The town whore. They existed. You can't just whitewash that part of history. She just looks at me and shakes her head and says, men die first. She just mutters it under her breath. I'm like, oh.
Men die first, yeah.
So
we should go to the movie review before I say something.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So this week we have 2 movies to review. One is a very recent release that we talked about a little bit last week, which is called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. And the other one is called Jiu-Jitsu, which is a sci-fi Mortal Kombat ripoff. So which one would we like to discuss first? Mike, which one?
Let's do Jiu-Jitsu first.
I think so as well. All right. Colin, we will let you go first.
Okay. So, back in 2020, some, let's see, people who do all the martial arts in movies, all the stunt people and stuff, kind of got together and they're like, let's make a movie together of just us doing stunts. And great. And then they found somebody to give them $25 million to make this movie of them just doing stunts. And then they're like, oh, well, we need people to watch this, so let's take $5 million of our $25 million budget, and let's go get Bruce Willis to be in the movie. Well, the problem is that, for whatever reason, Bruce Willis didn't respond back to their offer of $5 million to be in the movie. My guess is that, unfortunately, this is about the time when Bruce Willis was getting to that point of just that was not going to happen again. So, what do you do if you can't get Bruce Willis to be in your movie for 3 days? Answer: you get Nicolas Cage to do it instead. So, that's what this is. This is a movie of some special effects people, some stunt people doing stunts with terrible special effects. To the point of, there is this alien thing that they have to fight. Don't worry about it because they didn't seem to worry about it. But this alien every so often has this kind of reptilian face that shows up on its head every so often. And you think to yourself, well, that's kind of weird art. Well, the reason for that is a doodle that Nicolas Cage himself drew during lunch one day. And they decided they liked the doodle so much, they just decided to superimpose it over the head of the alien bad guy every so often. That's what they did. That is the extent of this movie. If you like watching stunt people doing stunts, here's a movie of stunt people doing stunts. There's not much else beyond that. I will say, what Nicolas Cage brought in the 3 days that he was on this movie is he is the only actual actor in the movie. So he brought in actual acting in the middle of the non-acting that all the stunt people are doing. And this is why stunt people are used to replace actors when things are too dangerous for the actors to do it. Not the other way around. I don't know what the heck do you give this thing. It is barely a movie. Belch. I'm going to call this a belch. It doesn't deserve a man. It's not a movie.
Okay, I'll go next, and then Mike, you can clean up. All right, so if you've ever wondered what Nicolas Cage is like in real life, and is he as manic as he appears, this is the movie to find out. Because I have to figure that he just came in and played himself. Because he is pretty much insane and just kind of does the Nicolas Cage standard voice and cadence and mannerisms and everything, plus a little bit of fighting, and I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy, kind of thing, and that's him. So, and then everybody else in the film does a good job of dying. The plot behind this movie is there's a meteor that comes around every 6 years, and because of that meteor, there's a portal that opens in a temple that a being comes through to fight 9 people, and it doesn't matter whether the 9 people die or not. As long as they die trying, the bad guy goes back and doesn't kill everybody else. But if they don't die and they don't kill him, then he kills everything. Okay. But considering that he gets hurt by a machine gun, wouldn't a tank kill him? Because in the end, 2 grenades did a pretty good job. So I think a tank might do the job. So anyway, Colin said this is full of action, but the movie made me mad within the first 45 minutes because they kept changing the camera angle, and they went at one point to this stupid Henry Danger first-person view thing where you were seeing everything through the eyes of Jake and all you saw were the hands, and then you went to a different view and it was really bad to watch because of the film. The perspective kept changing, and you would come out of okay, third party view, first person view, and then you went to an aerial shot straight down. It's like they said, hey, this would be cool as a first-year film student. Let's try this angle, and this angle, and this angle, and this angle, and then forgot what editing was. And that continuity of view is an important thing. And that just made me not like the rest of the damn movie, because it just made me mad. So I am going to give this one a verp. All right, Mike.
Verp, huh?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So, my exact words when deciding to watch this instead of Weird first. Well, I haven't hated myself today yet. And how long are these opening credits? All right. 5 minutes? Yeah, that's entirely too long. Nicolas Cage is the dollar store Raiden in this flick. And everyone is wearing Spirit Halloween jumpsuits with the actual job title on them. I mean, I never saw an intelligence officer in the Army with the title intelligence officer right on the chest. during the rooftop fight scene at the base, I am hearing little man in my head screaming, "Shoot this MFer!" That, like, only the stormtroopers on the ground have guns and nobody can hit him, and nobody in this man's army can actually shoot. And now we go to the first-person view of the fight, which was like, what was it, Hardcore Harry? Was that the movie where everything was first-person and made you want to vomit? Because I wanted to vomit. And, oh, he put the camera down. No, he picked it back up. Okay. The Predator joins the fight, but the Predator can be detected with Geiger counters that look like pistols. And, because it's not the Predator, it's the Guyver. And the whole crew of mystical ninjas, the old age mutant ninja farts. I'm starting to hate every single one of them. I mean, this movie is barely keeping my attention at this point, even with the artistic genius that is Nicolas Cage. The only thing keeping this from getting a puke is the fact that the fight scenes are extremely well choreographed. Like, if you took these fight scenes and put them in a movie that had an actual plot, it would be phenomenal. So I'm going to give this a vert.
All right. Now, next up, something completely different. So I will be very curious, knowing Colin's affinity for Weird Al. Colin, tell us what you thought of Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say maybe I should not go first because it's very clear this is a Weird Al Yankovic movie, written by Weird Al Yankovic. It has Weird Al Yankovic in it. It's a movie making fun of other biopic movies, and it rips into every single thing that these kinds of the Freddie Mercury movie, just the things that those movies always do. This movie rips into all of them, and but at the same time, it's Weird Al, so it's mostly clean. They're just making it's I'm just gonna give it a schnackes and let it go because I can't. I mean, it's a really good movie, and it's Weird Al, and then what else I can say about it? I'm more interested in what you two have to say than what I have to say.
Well, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about, that this was a parody movie. It said in the beginning that it was 100% true and accurate. And it's just a shame that Weird Al died, I believe it said in 1986. And that we are just now getting a documentary about his life. So his love affair with Madonna was fast and vigorous, and it's just a shame that she decided to take on Pablo Escobar's drug cartel as her own after Al took the time to rescue her after her abduction by him. This tells the life and story of Weird Al from a young child, who did get his start on the accordion by a door-to-door accordion salesman, who did record his first album in a bathroom, who was mentored by Dr. Demento, and who rose to stardom with funny songs. And I think that it was very entertaining. And I know from interviews that Weird Al and Daniel Radcliffe did that it was definitely a great passion project for both of them, and that Weird Al got the opportunity to re-record some of his older hits for this, and really enjoyed the project, even though it had started as a Funny or Die video. he was happy that he could remake all this. So yeah, really, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and the ending is perfect for this movie. So if you haven't seen it, it's on the Roku channel. It's completely free to watch. I definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give this a Schneikes as well, just because it was so well done. All right, so now we are moving on to, look, it's Mr. Shathid is here to give us his review, evidently.
Mr. Shathid, step in, because this movie bullshit. Quote from movie. It would be best for all of us if you stop being who you are and doing the things you love. What in the actual F is advice is this? As soon as Mr. Shathid see Funny or Die production, expectation lower by half. See, Funny or Die is the Mike Ellis of the internet funny site. Used to be funny, now not so much.
Such an inside
Shadow
comment.
of former self. Mr. Shathid want to know where the hell these kids get all this recording equipment. Probably same place all kids from Glee get them costumes and props in high school. No one have jobs. Everyone have sequins. Movies start to feel like third grade Little League. Everyone who show up get to play small part. Participation trophies for everyone. Now, Mr. Shathid get very annoyed at bad lip sync job. Mr. Shathid see better lip sync from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on Lip Sync Battle singing a Taylor Swift song. Someone will say lip sync bad because making fun of self intentionally as part of movie. Mr. Shathid say bullshit, annoying as hell. Now, we at restaurant scene after Weird Al stop Madonna. They need food and try to play off as Michael Jackson make parody of Weird Al song instead of Weird Al making parody of Michael Jackson song. At this point, Mr. Shathid look out window and see Fonzie jumping water skis over shark and realize this movie not our cup of vodka. Remind you, Mr. Shathid live in area not by ocean. Still see Fonzie jumping shark out window. Mm-hmm. Mr. Shathid say this bullshit. Mr. Shathid tap out on movie so as not to offend people who fans of Weird Al. Mr. Shathid love Weird Al. Mr. Shathid love Harry Potter child who grown up now. Mr. Shatir hate this movie. Mr. Shatir understand why movie free to watch for everyone. Mr. Shatir know this movie will not make back budget. Might drive people to Fire TV instead of Roku in protest.
Oh, I don't know if it's possible to see if it made any money. I really don't.
I can tell you.
You can what?
The
You can tell
number
us?
of
I can tell
Roku
you how much it
subscribers go up.
It only took $8 million to make, so it's not an expensive movie.
8 million and 18 days to shoot.
Yeah, so it was a really simple movie.
Mr.
Jiu-jitsu
Shite
took
take
5
shits
weeks and
longer than
25
this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some of the movies that Bruce Willis was in for half a day took longer to film. And the number of cameos, oh my God, the number of cameos in this was ridiculous. Jack Black was in it.
This where
Rainn
Mr.
Wilson.
Shite say, like third grade Little League, everyone show up, everyone play.
You know,
Regardless of how much you suck. Still play. Bassist from Queen. Normally, actor good. This movie want to shoot him.
Thomas Lennon, the accordion salesman, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Oh.
He's also very good friends with Weird Al. That's why he was there.
Oh yeah.
And can Rainn Wilson please stop being in movies?
I'm sorry, it's Waterfall Rainn Wilson now. He officially changed his name to help bring recognition to climate change.
Okay, Mr. Shite, now Mr. Ice Sheet. No more iceberg, now must be Mr. Iceberg Sheeted.
Yeah.
Mr. Shite already been told that one movie picked for next week, yeah?
Yes, because we're going to watch the Christmas Story. So we only need to do one pick.
And least have 41.
41. 22.
Look like Oath is freebie. Army of One.
Oh, I think I know that one. Is that the one where
Don't know. Hot
Yeah.
chicks drive truck.
out hiking special forces Brenner Baker stumbles onto a cartel's compound. Her husband's killed and she's left for dead. The cartel made two mistakes, killing her husband and leaving her alive. They won't live to make another.
Is there no other Christmas movie on this?
I don't know. Is there another Christmas movie?
There is. I mean, the Will Ferrell movie might be a good one.
Oh,
to watch.
Spirited?
Yep.
The one with Ryan Reynolds? That's on Apple. That's on Apple TV Plus, but I happen to know another place where it's at.
There is YouTube movie on Sheet. Christmas Story.
I think it's in Dutch.
Story. Mr. Sheet did speak Dutch. Jargen, Durkin, Jurgen, Durgen.
Yeah, I think it's in Dutch. Let me check though.
Is dubbed.
Yeah, no, I'm not reading a movie, or I'm not.
No.
I don't want to listen to. We did that
lip sync.
twice. Yeah.
Okay. Taking off sheet, so no confused later. Okay. Is why Jaws 2 or Jaws the Revenge not on here? That Christmas movie.
Well, we already watched Santa Jaws. But the other movie that we wanted, I don't think it's out yet, is it? The other Christmas movie that we wanted, the Fright Night or Revenge Night or whatever it is, that one.
With Hopper, Violent Night.
Yeah.
He played Russian in Black Widow movie.
Releases December 2nd.
Oof. And next show, the 5th.
Yeah, we won't be able to watch that, so we'll have to put that on the following one.
Is okay. No Hallmark movie. Fine.
You want a Hallmark movie? I'll give you a Hallmark movie.
Mr. Chitate will kill you.
There's only one Hallmark movie I watch, and that's the Patrick Stewart Christmas Carol.
That's not a Hallmark movie.
It is.
No, Christmas in Handcuffs, or Holiday in Handcuffs.
No, if you watch the credits at the end of the Patrick Stewart, it says copyright Hallmark. They sold it to TNT, so it only ever shows on TNT, but it was actually made by Hallmark.
What this? Hold on.
I know, we could watch Anna and the Apocalypse again, Mike.
You say it again. Say it again. Then look in mirror and say, Mr. Shitade 5 times. And turn around. I will be there. Oh, okay. Other things say Hallmark-ish movie, but not is about man come home from war.
Oh, why isn't there another Christmas Chronicles 3 out this year? That's the question.
Their movie on why Peppermint not Christmas movie. That sound Christmas.
I don't know. All right, so as of right now, at least, it's going to be Army of One and A Christmas Story Christmas.
Oh, do we want to talk about or watch the new Santa Claus series?
I'm waiting for them all to come out.
Good point.
Yeah.
They all come out, then Mike can binge, so Mr. Shite don't have to watch.
All right. Okie doke, folks. I think that is going to be it for this evening. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to tell everybody you know about the show, how awesome it is, how amazingly attractive all of us are, and how utterly entertaining we are. So don't forget, the only way that we spread the show and grow the show is through you spreading the word. So check us out, like us, share us on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that fun stuff. Twitter, as long as it's going to be around, you might as well get our name out on it. You never know. It could be gone tomorrow. All it takes is one bug because they fired all of their programmers. Otherwise, we'll be back in Did we say we were going to do 2 weeks and be back on the 5th, or did we say that was the one where we were going to be back on the 6th?
No, it's let's see. Yeah, it's the 20th.
Okay,
So,
all right. So we will be
one after that.
okay. So we will be back on December 5th. So we hope that you all tune in then and check us out. So otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing all of you then. So with that said, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
But fuck you. I'm Mr. Shite.
Stick a fork in this, folks. We are done. Later.
It's getting funky. This M16 ain't no game. You're hit with a